Hello, good morning. It's January 26th. My name is Donna Marie Duncan, and I'm reading the Gospel from Patmos by John Paulian. It's a daily devotional with insights into living from the last book of the Bible. John the Apostle writes in Revelation chapter 1, verse 18, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last, and the one who lives. I became dead, and behold, I am alive forever and ever, and I have the keys of death and of Hades." Scholars have noticed a surprising thing in this text. We find similarities between the description of Jesus here and the greatest, most popular goddess of Asia Minor, Hecate. Hecate was renowned as the one who possessed the keys to Hades, the mythological realm of the dead. The ancients called her Trimorphos. This is, having three different forms or shapes related to the great parts of the universe: heaven, earth, and the underworld, Hades. In her heavenly form, she went by the name of Selene, or Luna, the moon. On earth, she was called Artemis, or Diana. And in the underworld, the Greeks referred to her as Persephone. She was also known as the beginning and the end. As the one who freely moves between heaven and earth and the underworld, Hecate would be the goddess of revelation. She would be able to reveal on earth the things that went on in heaven and in Hades. As the holder of the keys to Hades, she would also be the one who could provide salvation. Why would Jesus refer to himself in ways that so strikingly resemble a pagan goddess? Because God always meets people where they are. Do you remember the day you met Jesus? Do you remember the words or actions on his part that reached your heart? Each conversion story is unique because God is creative in his approach. A young man in Arizona was searching for Jesus, even though he didn't really know it at the time. He lay on his couch one day, high on drugs, listening to the Rolling Stones rock music group. In his words, he was stoned on the stones. As he stared up at the ceiling in his altered state of mind, not particularly looking for God, he suddenly saw a face that he recognized as that of Jesus. Jesus said to him, "When the song is over, you need to get your life in order and follow me." The music died, and stunned, the young man raised himself to a sitting position. He looked around and saw no one. Responding to God's call, he quit the drugs and the wildlife and went back to school. A few years later, he finished seminary and entered the ministry. It's an incredible testimony to Jesus' ability to reach anyone, even in a drug and rock music infested room. I am in no way suggesting that drugs and the Rolling Stones are a useful path to faith. I simply want to underline the infinite grace of Jesus Christ, who pulled branches out of the fire and put them to good use. That means there's hope for you and me too. Gracious Lord, thank you for doing whatever it took to get me into a relationship with you. Amen.